Ladies and gentlemen, live from the top of the food chain, Brooklyn, New York, a new day has arrived in cable TV. Strap yourselves in for a fun ride. It's the Cyclone Variety Show. Now here's your host, Cyclone! Ladies and gentlemen, live.
Oh my! I feel like Pete Rose in the All-Star game last night. Wow. So I was thinking before I came out today that I'm not that flexible, because I'm, fat. And I was thinking that if God wanted me to be flexible, and make me be able to touch my toes, He'd put them on my ears. Eddie Hall, the extreme power lifter, just set a deadlift record of 1,020 pounds. I gotta say, he got me up pretty easy too. So it's been a really hard summer so far. It's been really, really bad at the beaches. There's been a lot of venomous Portuguese man-of-war attacks. And on the streets of New York, there's been a lot of attacks of venomous females. NASA later today is sending out the very first actual photos of the planet Pluto. Hey, wait a second. That's my headshot. A Volkswagen. Oh, wait, I got nowhere to go. A Volkswagen technician in Germany was killed by a robot recently. I guess Arnold and the Terminators never got quite there in time. Magic Mike XXL is still big at the box office. And I am proud to announce that I will be starring in the next film, Magic Mike XXXXXXXXXL. Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck, a Hollywood mainstay, have officially divorced. Apparently even Jennifer Garner realized that Ben Affleck makes a lousy Batman. And there's been an outcry recently. McDonald's has the Happy Meals with the little minions. And apparently the minions are cursing if you turn them on. And I found that quite interesting. So what I did was I went to a couple of McDonald's. Okay, I went to 37 McDonald's. Got Happy Meals, which didn't look like an Amber Alert should be set out. And not one of those minions were cursing. So I went to another one, and the only thing cursing in the McDonald's was me. Go figure, me curse. Melissa Gilbert, who was famous for playing the role of Half Pint on Little House on the Prairie, was found out to be owing the IRS $360,000 in back taxes. The IRS is now calling her half gallon. Let's see, in sports news, of course, JPP still is a big story for having a finger amputated. And Giant fans are kind of upset about this. But listen, Giant fans, I got to tell you, if you guys are upset, how do you think his wife feels? But in truthfulness, he did it because he wanted to be rushed back from being hurt. And that's a really, humble thing that a man would cut off his finger in order to come back and play for the team. I myself do stuff like that all the time. When I go to the dentist, He tells me I have a cavity. I say, Doc, don't fill it. Pull it out. Make the pain go away. That's why I wind up having smiles like this. LeBron James just announced that he is having nightmares and can't sleep because of losing to Golden State. I have nightmares too, LeBron. I have nightmares that once again there will be a Democrat in the White House. As you can tell, I'm kind of blunt, and I don't think words should be sugar-coated. I think that's what food is for. Sugar-coated food. Big, I'm fat. Speaking about food, Ariana Grande is still apologizing for saying she hates America. Bullshit. But, I don't see anything wrong with her licking donuts, honestly. Because, quite frankly, I've done worse. And apparently, the FBI and this whole Subway and Jared thing is really a big thing, because last night I tried to get, Subway for my wonderful cast and crew who showed up. But all their systems are shut off. So apparently it's a big thing. Who knew? Then again, Jared, buddy boy, I don't care where you put your wiener, as long as it's not in my foot-long roast beef sandwich. So you guys ready to start the show? Yeah. Good, because so am I. All right, this singer is absolutely fantastic, and I'm telling you, guys might think I'm wrong all the time, but you guys will see I'm right on this. Everyone, Sarah McGowan. Yeah.
One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm in love with a Williamsburg boy, but please don't tell him, don't tell him. And I'm in love with a Williamsburg boy, but please don't tell him, don't tell him. And I'm in love the way he wears his hair, the shoes he wears, the way he stares. I'm gone. And I'm in love the way he cooks my eggs. Always cage-free, some celery and avocado. And I'm in love with his facial hair, the way it's changed. Some days it's shaved or it's not. I swear to God, if he grew that hair and gelled it up like the Pringles guy, I'd friggin' die. I would literally friggin' die. I'm in love with a Williamsburg boy, but please don't tell him, no, don't tell him. And I'm in love with a Williamsburg boy, but please don't tell him, no, don't tell him. But he's in love with a Williamsburg girl. Her high-waist jeans, socks to her knees. He's gone. He's in love with her Skrillex hair. She drinks her beer like she don't care. It's organic. I'm still in love still in love with a Williamsburg boy. But please don't tell him, no, no, don't tell him. And I'm in love with a Williamsburg boy. But please don't tell him, no, no, don't tell. Oh, I'm in love with a Williamsburg boy. But please don't tell him, no, no, don't tell. Oh, I'm in love with a Williamsburg boy. But please don't tell him, no, don't tell.
Was I right? Was I right? Yeah. So you guys will play us another song later, right? Yeah. Cool. All right. Hey, so where am I right now? I'm on a stoop. Not Cat Greenlee's stoop. Not my stoop. I don't know whose stoop it is, but I'm on it. Why? Because I'm Cyclone. And joining me right now is first-time author of 2 books as of right now, Mr. Alejandro Morales. Al, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay, so were you someone who always had an idea about writing books?
No, not originally. The idea for my books just came into my head one day. I was going through a rough personal time in my life. And like any idea that you normally get in your head, most of the time, the idea comes and it goes away. This idea came into my head and it manifested to the point where I'm constantly thinking about it. And I said to myself, write it down. I started writing it down. Next thing you know, 1 page turns to 10 pages, 10 pages turns to 100 pages, and I have a book. So ever since I started writing, I've been doing it nonstop. It's become my new passion.
So it wasn't as a kid keeping a diary or a journal or anything like that?
No, I never did keep a diary or a journal. I always did creative writing as a child, but I never ever thought of trying to make it into a career.
Okay, so the material that you've come up with, how hard was it to do? Because writing isn't an easy thing to do, for anybody for that matter. So how hard was it for you to even just come up with something to write?
Actually, it wasn't that difficult. Once the idea came into my head of the different characters and the scenarios that my book entails, it just became second nature. And as soon as I put pen to paper, I can't stop writing unless the pen runs out of ink or my hand starts to cramp up from writing so much. Because unlike most writers out there, I'm kind of old school. I like using pen to paper. I don't sit in front of a computer and type. Because I think using pen to paper, the ideas flow a whole lot faster than if I have to worry about capitalizations, punctuation marks, and spacing. That you can always do later once the product is done.
Okay, so here's the thing. You've come up with 2 books so far. Is it going to continue where there's now a 3rd book?
Yes, as a matter of fact, the 2 books that I have are part of a trilogy. The trilogy is called Cougar. It's a work of erotic drama where the main character, Anna Martinez, is the subject of the fiction. And in our first book, we're introduced to Anna and the cast of characters that are around her in her life and what she faces in her life. And in the second book, it continues on where we left off on the first book, after the death of her boyfriend, and she interacts with the woman that she caught cheating with her husband. And that leads on to some very scandalous things to make it PG. And then the third book, which is completely written, which I'm typing up now, continues on from where Anna interacts with this mistress and leads on to some more scandalous things and to a conclusion that'll make your jaw drop and make you say, wow, I can't believe that actually happened.
Now, the topic of Cougar, okay, especially nowadays with, 50 Shades of Grey coming out, do you think that there would be some comparison because being that it is a niche, topic, is that something like even you bounce some ideas off of, taking some of their ideas and say turn them into what you want?
Absolutely not. My idea, the original idea, it isn't the same genre. That's like equating Stephen King to another horror writer that just happens to write another horror story. Erotica, drama, fiction, it's just a genre, a label for the type of book that you want to read. So my idea doesn't involve S&M like 50 Shades of Grey, and I truly believe that my characters are much more relatable to the reader than the characters that are in 50 Shades of Grey. In addition, the scenarios that I have in my books are much more relatable to people in their everyday lives as opposed to a fantasy where some girl who is in college meets a billionaire. My books are much more realistic than that, where everyday people can relate to them.
Now, nice motorcycle. So let's get to something really important. How can people get a hold of you and get copies of the books? Because they are hard copies as well as online, right?
That's correct. They are available as ebooks. My books are available on iTunes. They're available on Barnes & Noble via the book, and other e-readers like Kobo, Inkterra. They're also available in paperback on Amazon. You do a search for Google by Alejandro Morales, you'll find it on Amazon. My books are also being sold in Germany as well in Sweden. If you actually go to my website, you can do a search for me via the web, Alejandro Morales, Cougar, and you'll find my website where it also has the links to the books as well.
Now, just in general in life itself, there's always going to be haters. People discouraging you from going and doing what you want to do. Have you found anybody discouraging you? Because that is a part, it's just a part of human nature. And have you gotten any extremely positive feedback?
Well, fortunately, during my journey as an author, I've actually had a lot of positive feedback. Nothing really negative per se as far as my becoming an author. Actually, just a lot of shock and surprise from people that know me on a personal basis. People know me as, not to flatter myself, kind of like a tough guy. Who can sometimes be a little bit insensitive, but when he knows. As the saying goes, don't judge a book by its cover. I try to be very multifaceted and keep parts of my life secret because nobody needs to know everything about you. So this is just a part of my life that I'm exposing out to the world, that I do have this creative side of me and imaginative side, and also murdered side. I actually formulate into sentences and convey my ideas, so this way the reader, as they're reading these books, can visualize the story in their head and say, wow, I can actually see that happening to somebody that I know, or maybe to myself. So I've had a lot of positive feedback and reaction to the books, and to the fact that I'm partaking of this journey of being an author. It's something that I've never thought I would ever do, and it's really, really exciting. I've gotten to meet many other authors, independent authors. I've actually got to meet Stephen King and Anne Rice, who are my two influences and idols. And big shout out to Stephen King and Anne Rice, especially Miss Rice, who allowed me to post up a few things on her Facebook page so I could try to promote my book as well. Thanks again, Miss Rice. And it's a very exciting journey for me. And I look forward to publishing the third book and starting my fourth and fifth books, which I already have ideas for.
Now, being that you just said fourth and fifth, which is not immediately, but it's in the future, how far do you, off the top of your head, how far do you think you can do this?
As long as I'm breathing. I'm the type of individual that I don't like to stay idle. And being in the profession that I have, I do have a 9-to-5 job. Being in the profession that I have, it kind of requires that you have an imaginative way of thinking, because you have to solve problems all the time. And because I'm constantly thinking, I'm always on the go, I'm always active, my mind's always thinking of new things to do. new things to either do professionally at my job or creatively for my writing. So I could be doing something as simple as taking a shower, and while taking a shower, the thought will pop into my head to write something, and I'll think about it. The next thing you know, the thought will once again will grow and manifest. Then I gotta grab a piece of paper and pen and write this down because this sounds like something that other people will want to read.
Now, with as many books as you're planning and have right now, is it something that you would like to see eventually, possibly, even made into a film version or a television version or an on-screen item of this?
Oh, of course. That should be a goal of any author that truly believes in his or her own work. Especially now with the success of 50 Shades of Grey, I do believe that the mindset of the world is becoming more lenient towards erotica, especially as displayed on the big screen. So I believe that once I'm done with the third book, the final book of the trilogy of the Cougar series, I'm either going to start writing my fourth book or combine them into a screenplay and then try to market it that way. So this way my vision can make it to the big screen, and the people that didn't read it can actually see my work on the big screen.
And as someone who has a production company in the works, I'd say I'd like to be a part of that little ditty. So, I know you have the books with you.
Yes, I do.
So, let's put them up and show them.
All right. Actually, this is the first book. This is Cougar. I actually designed the cover as a tribute to Anne Rice for her first book, Interview with the Vampire. And this is the second book, Cougar 2, Triangle of Lust. The artwork is done by my father, who is actually an artist. So this is the second book. And as you can see, here's the back with the synopsis and a little brief bio of myself. And the third book is, as I mentioned, I'm still typing it up. And it's getting ready for publication. I'm trying to get it ready by September.
Oh, well, I want to thank you for your time.
Thank you,
I
sir.
appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. I want to thank the people whose house this is for not kicking us off. And where am I going to be next? I don't know, but I do know this. It won't be the Brick Studio. Bye-bye.
Hi, everybody.
Once again, here is Sarah McGowan.
You're irresistible.
once again. I was right, wasn't I? That's twice in one day I've been right. I guess I am like a broken clock. All right, so right off the bat, give us an intro to everybody.
Yeah, well, on guitar, it's Ian Gray. Yeah. On bass, it's Ned Steves. And on cajon, it's Nick Rapley.
Now, just between you, me, and these four walls, who's the diva?
Oh, Nick. For sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, so what would you say for you comes first? Music, and then you come up with the lyrics, or lyrics, and then music?
It depends. I've written songs both ways, but recently I've just had the choruses pop into my head. So I have the words and the melody, and then I sit down and I put it to music and flesh out the rest of the song.
Is that a harder process for you to do?
No, it's actually the way I like to do it.
Now, you spent some time in Argentina.
Yes.
See, I've done my research. Like a good host does. So what would you say is the difference between pure Spanish music compared to American Spanish music?
Well, I guess it depends. In Argentina, there's a lot of, obviously tango is like the big dance down there and the big music. I mean, they use a lot of real instruments compared to like the pop music in America. They use the charango, they use all the drums, they use their various stringed instruments. Whereas like American music is often a lot of it done on computers. But I mean, there's aspects of both in both regions.
So far, what's been your biggest thrill?
My biggest thrill, I just love playing shows. And obviously this show has been a great thrill.
Oh yeah, it's been so exciting.
Yeah.
To run away from the entertainment business. I'd run, but let's face facts, I don't run anywhere. That was true. That was from the heart. So your first album, coming out,
Yes.
big excitement.
Yes.
Talk about it.
Well, I just got it funded through Pledge Music. I just found out 2 days ago that I'm at 102% of my goal, which is great. Yeah, so we are pretty close to being finished. All the songs are written. I did all the demos, and we're ready to put the rest of the instruments and the vocal parts on the songs. And it should be out in November.
You guys, right underneath, that's where you go and you get this album. Trust me. Out of curiosity, when you're coming up with your very first album, is there more pressure? I mean, not that you have anything else to go on, but has the pressure level been raised on you, being that it's your first puppy out of the box?
And I mean, I really just want to share the songs that I've been writing for the past like 3 or 4 years with, the general audience. I'm hoping that people actually listen to them. That'd be great. So, I mean, there's pressure in that. I hope that people listen to them, and I hope that the quality is, consistent with what people are hoping to hear.
Cool. Well, I want to thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I want to thank all of you for coming. Thank you. My condolences for this craziness for today.
It was fun, yeah.
They tell me to smile. All right, you guys ready? Speak of smiling, you guys ready to laugh? Woo! All right. I know this comic for a very long time. He's a friend of mine. I don't know if he'll remain friends with me after today, but we'll find out. Ladies and gentlemen, the very funny Mr. Tino Romero.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Cyclone. Thanks for having me. All right. Give it up for the band, guys. They were great. They were great. It's like a white Gladys Knight and the Pips, It's like, the main singer. You guys are the Pips. All right, guys. All right. Yes, I figure Brooklyn reference. Hi, happy to be here. I know you guys are looking at me like, how the hell we ended up on the C train? Yeah, I know. People make that mistake a lot. You know, they look at me, they're thinking I'm homeless, you know? They actually think I look like this because I'm homeless. That's ridiculous. I look like this because I am an actor that happens to be homeless. Okay, I'm an actor first. I just want you guys to know that. Yeah. My name is Domingo Esteban Romero Salazar Jr. de la Espada. My name comes with a dance, guys. My name comes with a dance. I am originally from Panama. Ole, Panama. Yeah, any Panama? Yeah, all right. I'm going to get deported after the show, guys. I'm going to get deported after the show. Yeah, I'm a black Latino. I like to call myself an incognito. Yes, I am that black guy that speaks Spanish and nobody knows. Yeah. It's awesome, you know, it's awesome. I like it especially when I'm around like Latin women and they're getting a freaking conversation on. Oh, it's the best. Because they'll be carrying on. They'll be like, ay, sí, verdad. Jorge me lo metió en el, tú sabes. Y entonces, and they'll look at me, they're like, no, es un black nada más, es un negro. Y entonces, they'll do that to me, you know? Until the next time they look at me, I'm like, you know, what happened to Jorge again? What happened to Jorge? No comprendo, no habla español. No habla español. Man, this was a very informative show. I didn't know all this was happening in the news, right? America, we got gay marriage, right, guys? It's legal, yeah. Woohoo! Yeah, I was gonna go to the parade, but I have my pride. That one took a minute. All right. All right, Bill Cosby's on the news, right? Bill Cosby, right? Setting records, right? Like the Wilt Chamberlain of whatever it is he's doing. One thing though about Bill Cosby, he claims his innocence. He claims his innocence after all this, He said the proof is in the pudding. All right, guys, thank you very much. Take your time. All right. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but they're thinking of changing the $10 bill to a woman. Yeah, it's about time, right? I just don't like the selections they have, all right? Because they want Harriet Tubman, Marilyn Monroe, and Eleanor Roosevelt. I don't think they're worthy of it, I think it should be someone like Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah, because what she did really took balls. All right, guys. Don't leave me, guys. I am from a hot country, guys. I am from a hot country. But so for some reason, guys, I can't stand the hot weather here in America. Because when it gets hot here in America, I get this condition I call my balls stick to my leg-itis. Gentlemen? No? Okay. This is a horrible condition, I swear to God. Because you'll be having a conversation with someone, right? And without knowing it, you're doing one of these moves here. Hey, how's it going? How's the wife and kids? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, I voted for Obama, Yeah. Hey, Hillary? Yeah, it's Hillary 2016. Yeah. This is horrible, man. I don't like the summer. Especially because, the host is in better shape than me. I'm here, I got man boobs here, you know what I mean? And it's terrible because I live in the hood in Brooklyn. And when you got man boobs, I swear to God, nobody respects you in the hood. Nobody, You could be like, hey, what's going on? Yeah. They'd be like, oh, what's the problem in the hood? You're like, yeah, what's the problem, son? What's the problem? You're like, what? You got a problem with me, son? You got a problem with me? Yeah? Yeah, you want it? You want it, son? They look at my things bouncing. They're like, oh, my God, who's this little girl, yo? Oh, my God. Que lindo. Yeah. Happy to be here, guys. Happy to be here. I know you guys are looking at me, and I want you to know that I do have a girlfriend, guys. Ain't America great? America's great. I have a girlfriend, yeah. Yeah, my girlfriend is Asian. Thank you. My girlfriend is so Asian, guys, that she still lives in Asia. I never met her. Yeah, isn't the internet great, guys? Yeah. I never met her, guys. But I try to keep the relationship alive by having phone sex with her, right? Phone sex, everybody, right? All right, just me. All right, guys. Yeah. And it's tough because she lives in a farm in the Philippines. And it's tough because, I'll be trying to get the relationship going, having phone sex, so I'll be like, hey, baby, whose is it? Who's your daddy? when all of a sudden in the background I hear, it killed the mood. I was cock blocked. All right, guys, this is what I have for you guys, and I had a great time giving it to you. Thank you very much for having me, guys. Give it back to your host. Oh,
Come on. How you gonna talk? You're not talking to it.
talk into it. All right. All right.
Used to it now?
Yeah. It takes a
Funny how
minute.
comics need to talk into a microphone.
Yeah. I thought everything was gonna be wired up. I was.
In this place?
I learned a lot from today's.
Yeah.
I
I
learned a
learned.
lot.
Let's see. What did you learn? I learned I don't want to become brick certified.
Oh man.
I will stick with the revolving open mics.
It's the nature of the beast.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
All right. So, Tino, I know you for a long time,
Yes.
and I've never asked you, and I should know the answer to this, but where do you get your inspiration from?
My inspiration, I get it from everyday life, just kind of living and writing and seeing everything that goes around me. And my experiences, I'm 46 years old. I've seen a lot. Coming from another country and just kind of adapting to a new country, but brings a lot of comedy out because it's just you have a lot to compare to.
Now, did you do stand-up back there in Panama, or
No. I started comedy about 11 years ago, and 11 years ago here in America.
Is there anything you don't like about doing stand-up? Let's see, where is that long list?
Well, I would have liked to be somewhere, but in 11 years of trying, but there's a lot more that takes into it. I started, in my 30s, so it just kind of I took a different route towards keeping comedy alive.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm doing this now 4.5, almost 5 years now.
You're
And-
awesome.
Oh, you lying.
No,
You lying.
that opener set was awesome.
Oh, please. A monkey could do what I do. As a matter of fact, coming up after this in the studio will be a monkey.
There you go.
He has a better crew than me, too.
A new headliner, guys.
But why do you think it has to? Like, where is the door that is closed, and why is it constantly closed?
Wow.
Because out of any other field, okay, it's hardest for us to bust through.
Right.
Do you have any idea? Not like
It's
I'm
just-
coming to you like Yoda.
No,
but do you have
no.
Any idea why?
Why? I don't know why exactly. I just know it's just like everything else. It's just it's just room enough for a few. Like not everyone that picks up a mic and raps is gonna have a rap album. Not everyone that gets up like these guys, and and it's just like a numbers game, pretty much. Just you just
I
gotta.
have the most numbers. I weigh the most. So,
Good laugh by the pound. Yeah, if laugh was by the pound, you would be
yeah,
the king of comedy.
Yeah. If and buts or candies and nuts. I'm almost afraid to ask you,
Go for it.
but
dude.
if you had to give advice to somebody first starting out or wanting to do stand up, what would it be?
Wow. Just to kind of do it because you love it, because it's very it's the very fundamental. Anything you do, you gotta love it. Just to kind of like, so you go through the highs and lows, understanding that
Mostly
yeah,
lows.
yeah, understanding that you're doing it for you, because if you do it for others, it just kind of gets
You look like
confusing.
this.
Yeah. So just do it for yourself. Do it because you love it. Do it because you like to get your ideas down on paper, and and just be yourself as soon as possible, so you can enjoy the process.
Now, recently, you know what? I want to talk about this really fast. There was actually a situation at a certain New York comedy club
Right.
that I'm not going to mention at all, the comic strip, where Big
Don't
J.
name any names.
Okerson.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
What do you think? Okay, for those of you who don't know, there was a comic up who was getting heckled relentlessly, from what I hear.
Mm.
And Big J. Okerson, a huge comic in the business, that I would love for you to come on down and be here sometime.
That's Jay. Come on, the hot seat.
But he stood up for the comic, and there was a physical altercation with the guy's girlfriend.
Oh wow.
The guy jumped up on stage, and Jay took him down. And the majority of New York comedy clubs, honestly, don't have security, don't have bouncers, and that's crazy, at least in my opinion. You know, I think the only one that has is Caroline's in Gotham, and Gotham's security guards look like, like freaking Britney Spears' old bodyguards,
Those are
know?
comedians working for stage time. That's all.
right? But where do you draw the line? Do you, obviously there has to be like comics can't go into the crowd,
Right.
and audience can't jump up on stage.
Right.
But what do you think?
Well, like in everything, there's always, somebody's going to cross the line. The fourth wall was broken, obviously, there. I don't know exactly what happened exactly, but yeah, that's a tough situation because like I said, I don't know the details of what exactly happened, but I just know that in comedy, there's no room for like physical altercations, especially as comedians, our job is to kind of make everything happen with our words. So for anything to get physical, but then again, a comedian has a right to defend himself if someone, is attacking him also, because safety first. But yeah, I don't know fully, what happened in that incident, but I just know anyone going on stage is just like, that's the 1% of, incident in comedy. I mean, like, you never hear that happening. Yeah, people just never run the stage, never run into the stage. You could have waited. What did you have to charge the stage? I mean, that's our platform, and it's tough to have someone just kind of violate it like that. So stay out of the stage, people. That's the moral of that story.
Right. Well, I want to thank you for swinging by.
Thank you so much. It was just getting back into comedy. I was off for 2 months, had a surgery that kind of had me, out of the mix. So I really appreciate the opportunity coming back and,
No
getting
problem.
back on the horse, as they say.
Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, and thank your whole crew and everyone. And the pizza.
Don't thank them.
No, they were great. They were great.
All right. Well, I want to say that this has been quite a show, quite a long day, and for the very last time, I would like to thank the contributions from the Warren County Girls Craze Softball League. You go girls. My crew that showed up, thank you so much, especially you guys in the control room. Thank you. Thank you to crew on floor who did not walk out on me. To my guests, thank you. To this wonderful audience, I appreciate it. To you guys watching at home, don't you have something better to do? You should. And actually, what I hear through the grapevine is my crew needs a vacation from me. So we're going to go on summer hiatus. So like they used to say back in elementary school days, we'll see you in September. September 16th, we are back live. Oy vey, help me God. So, catch us on Facebook at the Cyclone Variety Show. Check out CycloneComedy.com to see where you could see me, if you want to see me. Follow me at Twitter at Psyche 19. And until September 16th, ladies and gentlemen, I am Cyclone saying, stay humble, America.
Sorry, it's a tune. Okay. When I come home at the end of the day with my hat and my heart in hand, when I come home at the end of the day, just promise me we'll be alright. You gave me love, you gave me light. I was a girl, you gave me life. Under your touch, I grew up tame. But now our love is not the same. When we're alone, you nurture me. But with your friends, I disappear. You left me here, you left me here. Can't help but think we've changed, my dear. I don't wanna give up on us. You're the only one I trust when I come home at the end of the day with my hat and my heart in hand. When I come home at the end of the day, just promise me we'll be alright. We'll be alright, right, right. Be alright, right, right. I don't wanna fight, oh, tonight. Please just hold me. What's broken can be fixed, my dear. Not glued together with our tears. And if you had to go, what's left? And if I can't have you, what